Did you know that starting an LLC doesn't have to be so complicated? Right now, it's easier than ever, and I'm going to show you how with a simple checklist that you can easily follow. Stick around to learn how to avoid the dreaded LLC dumpster fire and set up your business the right way. Let's face it, many people get stuck when trying to form an LLC. It's like walking into a maze of confusing paperwork and legal terms that make your head spin. I've seen countless aspiring business owners give up before they even start because it all seems too overwhelming. But what if I told you there is a way to avoid all this? In today's video, I'm going to break down the process into simple steps. We'll go through a checklist that'll make starting your LLC a breeze. Plus, you can download this checklist down in the description of this video. No more confusion, no more stress. Just clear, actionable steps to get your business up and running. Before we move on, please know that I earn a small commission if you choose to shop through my affiliate links. It doesn't cost you anything extra and it helps me support my channel. So let's get started. What's an LLC anyway? Now that we've set the stage for our LLC journey, let's dive into what an LLC actually is. You might be wondering, what's the big deal about LLCs anyway? Well, imagine a shield that protects your personal assets from your business troubles. Sounds pretty great, right? Now, let's unpack why LLCs are the go-to choice for smart entrepreneurs. First off, LLC stands for Limited Liability Company. But what does that really mean for you as a business owner? It's all about protection. When you form an LLC, you're creating a separate legal entity for your business. This means that in most cases, your personal assets like your house, car, or savings are protected if your business runs into trouble. Think of it like this. Your business is its own person, legally speaking. If it gets into debt or faces a lawsuit, creditors can't come after your personal stuff. They can only go after what belongs to the business. This is a huge advantage over running your business as a sole proprietorship where your personal and business assets are all mixed together. But here's where it gets interesting. This protection isn't absolute. There's something called piercing the corporate veil. It's a fancy legal term that basically means that if you don't run your LLC properly, a court might decide to hold you personally responsible for business debts or lawsuits. So while LLCs offer great protection, it's crucial to follow the rules and keep your personal and business finances separate. Now, let's talk about taxes. One of the biggest perks of an LLC is something called pass-through taxation. Don't worry, it's not as complicated as it sounds. Essentially, the LLC itself doesn't pay taxes. Instead, the profits and losses pass through to your personal tax return. This can lead to some serious tax savings compared to other business structures. But wait, there is more. LLCs are incredibly flexible. Whether you're a one-person show or you've got a team of partners, an LLC can work for you. You can structure it in different ways to suit your needs. This flexibility makes LLCs a popular choice for all kinds of businesses, from small startups to large companies. Now, many successful businesses choose to be LLCs not just for the name, but for the protection and flexibility they offer. It's not about sounding fancy. It's about setting your business up for success from day one. Now, you might be thinking, this all sounds great, but isn't LLC right for my specific business? And that's a great question. And it's one we'll dive into more as we go through our checklist. You see, every business is unique. And while LLCs offer a lot of benefits, it's important to consider your specific situation. Step number one. All right, let's move on to the first step in creating your LLC, choosing a name. You might think this is the easy part, but here's the catch. Your perfect name might already be taken. And I'm not just talking about big brands. Even a small business in your state could force you back to the drawing board. So let's dive into why your business name is crucial and how to get it right from the start. Now, when it comes to naming your LLC, uniqueness is key. Your chosen name needs to be distinct within the state where you're forming your LLC. This isn't just about standing out in the market, it's a legal requirement. Each state has its own database of registered business names, and you can't use a name that's already taken. So how do you check if your dream business name is available? Well, most states have an online business entity search tool. It's like a search engine, but for business names. You type in your proposed name, hit search, and voila. You'll see if any other businesses are using that name or something very similar. But here's where it gets a little bit tricky. Even if your exact name isn't taken, you might run into issues if it's too similar to an existing business. For example, if John's Plumbing LLC is already registered, you probably can't use John's without the H Plumbing LLC. The state wants to avoid confusion between businesses, so they're pretty strict about this. Now, let's talk about some common pitfalls to avoid when naming your LLC. First, don't forget to include LLC or limited liability company in your name. It's a legal requirement in most states. Second, be careful with restricted words. Many states have rules about using words like bank, insurance, or university in your business name. You might need special permissions or licenses to use these. Also, watch out for trademark names. Even if a name is available in your state's database, it could be trademarked by a company in another state. Doing a quick trademark search can save you a lot of headaches down the road. And here's a pro tip. Come up with a list of potential names before you start searching. Having backup options will save you time and frustration if your first choice is taken. And don't be afraid to get creative. Sometimes a unique spelling or an unexpected word combination can help you stand out while still being legally distinct. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. What if I change my mind about the name later? Well, good news, you can change your LLC's name in the future if needed. So don't stress about it. But here's why it's worth getting it right from the start. Changing your name later can be a hassle. You'll need to file paperwork, update all your business documents, and potentially rebrand your entire business. That's time and money you could be spending on growing your business instead. Plus, starting with a solid name gives you a strong foundation. It sets the tone for your brand, helps customers remember you, and can even impact your online presence. A good name can make it easier to get a matching domain name and social media handles, which is crucial in today's digital world. Step number 2. Now that we've got your LLC name sorted, it's time to make it official. But here's the thing. Did you know that the method you choose to file your paperwork could make or break your LLC formation experience? From state websites to AI-powered solutions, the options might surprise you. Let's talk about filing your articles of organization. This is the document that officially brings your LLC to life. It includes essential information about your business, like your company name, primary address, and management structure. Sounds simple, right? Well, it can be, but it depends on how you choose to file. You've got a few options when it comes to filing your LLC paperwork. First, there's the DIY route using your state's website. It's usually the cheapest option, but it comes with its own set of challenges. State websites can be tricky to navigate, and they often lack additional services or features. You might find yourself scratching your head, wondering if you filed everything out correctly. Then there are online LLC services. These can simplify the process with user-friendly interfaces and additional perks. Many even offer a free year of registered agent services, which is a nice bonus for new business owners. But watch out for upselling tactics. You might end up paying for services you don't really need. For those with complex business needs, hiring a business attorney is an option. They can provide personalized guidance, but it comes at a price. Expect to shell out anywhere from $1,500 to $2,000 for LLC formation through an attorney. That's a significant investment, especially for a new business. Now, here's something interesting. AI chatbots are entering the LLC formation game. They can provide tailored, state-specific instructions for setting up your LLC. It's like having a knowledgeable assistant at your fingertips, helping you navigate the complexities of the process based on your location. Now, one of the biggest headaches with state websites is the multiple steps involved. You might need to register your name separately from filing your articles of organization. It's like a bureaucratic obstacle course. Online services often streamline this process, handling multiple steps for you in one go. But here's the catch. With online services, while they're convenient, they might not always be the best fit for every situation. Some businesses have unique needs that require more personalized attention. That's where professional advice can be invaluable. Remember, whichever method you choose, accuracy is key. Mistakes in your filing can lead to delays or even rejection of your LLC application. That's why many entrepreneurs opt for services that offer some level of review or support. One crucial detail to keep in mind: your registered agent needs a physical address in the state where you're forming your LLC. A PO box won't cut it. This is especially important if you're using an online service that includes registered agent services. Now, when you're weighing your options, consider factors like cost, convenience, and the level of support you need. Are you comfortable navigating legal documents on your own? Or would you prefer a service that holds your hand through the process? There's no one-size-fits-all answer. It all depends on your comfort level and specific business needs. Step number 3. Now that we've covered the paperwork, let's talk about a crucial role in your LLC that's often overlooked. It's not the owner, not the manager, but it could be the difference between smooth sailing and legal storms. Let's dive into the world of the registered agents, your LLC's silent guardian. So what exactly is a registered agent? Well, think of them as your business's official point of contact with the government. They are responsible for receiving important legal documents on behalf of your LLC. This includes things like tax notices, lawsuits, and other official correspondence. It might not sound glamorous, but trust me, it's a big deal. Here's why. Imagine you're out of town when an important legal document arrives for your business. Without a registered agent, you might miss it entirely. And in the world of business, missing a legal notice can have serious consequences. That's where your registered agent comes in, making sure you don't miss anything crucial. Now, you might be thinking, can't I just be my own registered agent? And the answer is yes, you can, but it's not always the best idea. You see, being your own registered agent means you need to be available during business hours to receive documents. It also means your personal address becomes public record. Not ideal if you value your privacy or work from home. Now, on the flip side, using a professional registered agent service has some real perks. For one, it keeps your personal information off public records. It also ensures someone is always available to receive important documents even when you are not. Plus, many services offer additional benefits like compliance reminders for annual filings. These reminders can be a lifesaver, helping you avoid legal issues down the line. But here's something crucial to remember. Whether you choose to be your own registered agent or use a service, you need a physical address in the state where your LLC is formed. A PO box won't cut it. This is because legal documents often need to be served in person. So if you're forming an LLC in a state where you don't have a physical presence, a registered agent service becomes even more valuable. Now, let's talk about costs for a moment. Being your own registered agent is free, of course, which can be tempting for new business owners trying to save money. But remember, time is money too. The time you spend dealing with legal documents and ensuring you're always available could be better spent growing your business. Professional registered agent services typically cost around $100 to $300 per year. When you consider the peace of mind and time saved, many business owners find it's worth the investment. One thing to keep in mind, the role of a registered agent isn't just about receiving mail. They play a crucial part in maintaining your LLC's good standing with the state. Missing important notices or deadlines can result in fines or even the dissolution of your LLC. A good registered agent helps you avoid these pitfalls, keeping your business on track and in compliance. And here's a pro tip. If you're using an online LLC formation service, many offer a free year of registered agent service as part of their packages. This can be a great way to get started and see the benefits firsthand without committing to an additional cost right away. Step number 4. Now that we've got our registered agent sorted, let's talk about a document that's often overlooked but could make or break your LLC. Ever wondered what happens if a business partner wants out? There's a simple way to protect yourself and your business. It's called an operating agreement, and it's like a roadmap for your LLC's future. Now, you might be thinking, do I really need another document? And the answer is a resounding yes. An operating agreement serves as a preventive measure, outlining what happens in various scenarios, including if a member wants to leave the LLC. This simple document could save you thousands in legal costs down the road. Let's break down what an operating agreement actually does. It's essentially a contract between LLC members that sets out the rules for how your business will operate. Think of it as a playbook for your company. It covers things like who is in charge of what, how decisions are made, and how profits are shared. One of the key elements you'll want to include in your operating agreement are the names of all your members and their roles. This might seem obvious, but having it in writing can prevent a lot of confusion later on. You'll also want to detail your management structure. Are you going with a member-managed LLC where everyone has a say, or a manager-managed setup where one person takes the lead? Now, another crucial part of your operating agreement is outlining procedures for adding or removing members. Remember that scenario we mentioned earlier about a partner wanting out? This is where you spell out exactly how that process would work. It might not be fun to think about now, but trust me, you'll be glad you did it if the situation ever arises. So you might be wondering how to actually create this document. Well, there are a few options. You can use online templates, which can be a cost-effective solution. These templates often cover the basics and can be a good starting point. However, keeping in mind that they might not address all the unique aspects of your business. For a more tailored approach, you might consider using a professional service. These services can offer agreements that better suit your specific business needs. They'll ask you questions about your business and use that information to craft an agreement that fits like a glove. Now, here's something to keep in mind. Failing to create an operating agreement can lead to some unexpected consequences. Without one, your LLC will be governed by default state laws. These laws might not align with what you and your partners actually want for your business. It's like letting someone else write the rules for your company. Not ideal, right? Your operating agreements can also be a powerful tool for documenting how you'll handle profits. Will you distribute them equally among members, or will some members get a larger share based on their contributions? These are important decisions that you'll want in writing to avoid any misunderstandings down the line. Now, one of the best things about having a solid operating agreement is that it can help you avoid conflicts among members. As your business grows, you might face tough decisions or unexpected challenges. Having clear procedures in place for decision making can keep everyone on the same page and prevent disagreements from turning into major issues. Step number 5. Now that we've got our internal affairs sorted, it's time to focus on how your LLC communicates with the government. There's a key identifier you will need, and it's not as complicated as it sounds. In fact, you can get it without leaving your computer. I'm talking about your EIN, which stands for Employer Identification Number. Think of an EIN as your business's social security number. It's a unique 9-digit number assigned by the IRS to identify your LLC for tax purposes. But here's the thing, it's not just about taxes. An EIN is often required when you're opening a business bank account or applying for business licenses. It's like a passport for your business, opening doors and making things official. Now, you might be wondering, do I really need an EIN if I'm just starting out? The answer is usually yes, especially if you plan to hire employees or if your LLC has more than one member. Even if you're flying solo, having an EIN can help keep your personal and business finances separate, which is crucial for maintaining your LLC's liability protection. Getting your EIN is actually pretty straightforward. The IRS has an online application that guides you through the process step by step. It's free to apply, and the best part, you can get your EIN immediately after completing the application. No waiting around for snail mail or paying for expedited service. When you're ready to apply, make sure you have all your LLC information handy. You'll need details like your business name, address, and the name and social security number of the person applying, usually the LLC owner or manager. The application will ask you a series of questions about your business structure and activities. Don't worry, it's not a test. Just answer honestly based on your LLC setup. One thing to keep in mind, you can only apply online during the IRS's business hours. It might seem odd for an online service, but that's how they roll. If you're a night owl entrepreneur, you might need to set a reminder to do this during the day. Once you've got your EIN, guard it carefully. It's a key piece of information for your business, and you'll use it often. You'll need it while filing your business taxes, opening bank accounts, and even when dealing with clients or vendors who need to report payments to you. Having an EIN also adds a layer of credibility to your business. It shows you're serious about your venture and have taken the steps to set it up properly. This can be especially helpful when you're just starting out and building relationships with suppliers or potential business partners. Remember, your EIN is tied to your LLC specifically. If you make significant changes to your business structure, like changing from a single member to a multi-member LLC, you might need to apply for a new EIN. It's always a good idea to check with the IRS or a tax professional if you're unsure. Step number 6. Now that you've secured your EIN, you might think you're ready to hit the ground running with your new LLC. But hold on, there's a crucial step that many eager entrepreneurs overlook. What if I told you that skipping this next part could lead to hefty fines or even force you to close your doors? That's right, we're talking about licenses and permits. Let's face it, no one gets excited about paperwork, right? But here's the thing, getting the right licenses and permits isn't just about ticking boxes. It's about keeping your dream alive and your business legal. And trust me, it's not as daunting as it sounds. First things first, it's important to understand that licenses and permits aren't one size fits all. They vary significantly based on your business type and location. For example, if you're planning to open a brewery, you'll need specific permits to serve alcohol. But if you're starting a consulting business from your home office, your requirements might be much simpler. This is where things can get tricky. Each state, county, and even city might have its own set of rules. What's required in New York might be completely different from what you need in California. It's like navigating a maze. But don't worry, I've got a shortcut for you. Here's a pro tip. Many online legal tools offer services that can help identify the necessary licenses and permits based on your business category and location. These tools can be a real time saver. Instead of spending hours researching on various government websites, you can get a tailored list of what you need in just a few clicks. But why is this step so critical? Well, operating without the necessary permits can lead to some serious consequences. We're talking fines that could put a serious dent in your startup capital. In some cases, authorities could even shut down your business. Imagine putting all that work into forming your LLC only to have it all come crashing down because of a missing permit. Not a great way to start your entrepreneurial journey, right? Now, when you're looking into licenses and permits, remember to consider requirements at all levels: federal, state, and local. Some businesses might need federal licenses, especially if they're involved in activities regulated by a federal agency. Think agriculture, alcoholic beverages, or aviation. At the state level, you might need a general business license or specific professional licenses. For example, if you're a real estate agent or a contractor, you'll likely need to be licensed by your state. Local requirements can be the trickiest to navigate. Some cities or counties might require a general business license for any type of business. Others might have specific requirements based on zoning laws or the nature of your business. For instance, if you're planning to run a home-based business, you might need a special permit from your local government. Now, I know what you're thinking. This sounds like a lot of work, and you're not wrong, but here's the silver lining. Once you've got all your licenses and permits sorted out, you're setting yourself up for smooth sailing. You'll have a peace of mind knowing that you're operating legally and avoiding potential headaches down the road. Plus, having all your licenses and permits in order can actually be good for business. It shows your customers and partners that you're professional and trustworthy. In some industries, it can even give you a competitive edge over businesses that might be cutting corners. Maintaining your LLC. So you've set up your LLC and secured all the necessary permits. Great job. But did you know there's a common mistake that could undo all your hard work and leave your personal assets exposed? Let's talk about how to keep your LLC bulletproof. Starting an LLC is just the first step in your business journey. Now comes the crucial part, maintaining it. This isn't just about keeping the lights on. It's about protecting everything you've built. Let's walk through some key aspects of LLC maintenance that can make or break your business. First up, let's talk about annual reports. Most states require LLCs to file these, and they're not just a formality. These reports keep your LLC in good standing with the state. Missing this filing can lead to penalties or even the dissolution of your LLC. It's like forgetting to renew your driver's license. You might not get caught right away, but when you do, it's not pretty. Remember that registered agents we talked about earlier? Well, keeping them up to date is also crucial. They're your official point of contact for important legal and tax documents. If your registered agent changes or moves, you need to update this information with the state. It's not just about compliance, it's about making sure you don't miss any critical communications. Now, let's dive into something that trips up many new business owners: separating personal and business finances. It might seem convenient to just use your personal account for business expenses, especially when you're just starting out. But here's the thing: this practice, called commingling funds, can lead to serious legal issues. You see, when you commingle funds, you're blurring the line between your personal assets and your business assets. This can put your personal assets at risk if your business faces legal trouble. It's like mixing all your clothes in one big laundry load. It might seem efficient, but you could end up ruining your best suits. Here's why it's so dangerous. If you're ever sued, a lawyer could argue that your LLC isn't a legitimate separate entity. They could claim that you're treating the business as an extension of yourself rather than as a distinct legal entity. This could lead to piercing the corporate veil, a legal term that basically means your personal assets are no longer protected. To avoid this, set up a separate business bank account as soon as possible. Use it for all business transactions. This not only protects you legally, but also makes tax preparation much easier. Trust me, your future self and your accountant will thank you. Now, as your business grows, you might want to consider future tax saving strategies. One popular option is electing S-Corp status. This becomes relevant when your LLC's net income reaches around $40,000 to $50,000. It can offer potential tax benefits on distributions, but it's not a one-size-fits-all solution. Always consult with a tax professional to see if it's right for your situation. Maintaining your LLC isn't just about avoiding problems. It's about setting yourself up for success. By staying on top of these requirements, you're building a solid foundation for your business to grow. You're also demonstrating to potential partners, investors, and customers that you are serious about your business. Tools and services. Now that you've got your LLC set up and running, you might be wondering how to keep everything organized without spending all your time on paperwork. Well, what if I told you there's a way to make all this LLC maintenance a breeze? Let's talk about some game-changing tools that could save you hours of headaches. When it comes to managing your LLC, online services have become the secret weapon of many successful business owners. These platforms can handle most of your LLC paperwork for you, freeing up your time to focus on actually running your business. Let's take a look at some of the top players in this field. First up, we have Northwest Registered Agents. They offer a comprehensive LLC formation service for just $39 plus state fees. This package includes everything you need to start a business, such as a full year of registered agent service, which ensures compliance and privacy. Additionally, clients receive free limited mail forwarding and a customizable operating agreement to set up the business structure. The service also comes with a client account loaded with free forms and tools, providing entrepreneurs with all the resources necessary to successfully launch and manage their LLC. Next on our list are Zen Business, LegalZoom, and Taylor Brands. These companies have taken notice of Busy's competitive pricing and adjusted their own offerings accordingly. Now, you'll typically find all these services offer a basic package starting at $0 plus state filing fees. It's like they're all trying to outdo each other in affordability, which is great news for us business owners. But here's where it gets interesting. While LegalZoom is a well-known name in the industry, it's actually one of the most expensive ones out there. They tend to charge a higher annual fee for maintenance and services compared to others like Northwest Registered Agents or Zen Business. It just goes to show that brand recognition doesn't always mean the best deal. Now, let's talk about one of the most crucial aspects of maintaining your LLC, the annual report filing. This is something you can't afford to forget, as it keeps your LLC in good standing with the state. Many of these online services offer annual report filing services, typically ranging from $99 to $149. While it might seem like an extra expense, consider the peace of mind it brings. You won't have to worry about missing deadlines or filing out complex forms. Now, one of the biggest advantages of using these online services is how they simplify maintenance and annual filings. Imagine having a unified dashboard where you can manage multiple LLCs. As your business grows and you potentially start new ventures, this becomes incredibly valuable. It's like having a personal assistant keeping track of all your business paperwork. Now, you might be wondering which service is the best choice. Well, according to my research, for 90% of people setting up their LLCs, Northwest Registered Agents is the best option for everything that I've mentioned up until this point in this video. Remember, while these services can make your life a lot easier, it's still important to stay involved in your business operations. These tools are means to assist you, not replace your role as a business owner. They can handle the paperwork and keep you compliant, but the big decisions still rest with you. Using these online LLC services is like having a co-pilot for your business journey. They can navigate the complex world of business compliance while you focus on steering your company towards success. Whether you're just starting out or looking to streamline your existing LLC management, these tools can be a real game changer. The cost breakdown. Now that we've explored the tools to manage your LLC, let's talk numbers. Have you ever wondered exactly how much it costs to start an LLC? The answer isn't as straightforward as you might think, and it could save you hundreds of dollars to know the details. Let's break down the typical costs for forming an LLC. First, you've got the state filing fees. These can vary widely depending on where you're setting up shop. For example, in Alabama, you're looking at a $200 filing fee and a $50 annual renewal fee. That's not too bad, right? But here's where it gets interesting. The method you choose to form your LLC can have a big impact on your wallet. Let's compare the options. Now, going the DIY route through the state website is usually the cheapest option up front. You're just paying the state fees. However, it's important to consider the time and potential headaches involved. State websites can be tricky to navigate, as you might know, and you might miss important steps if you're not familiar with the process. Online LLC services are the middle ground. They typically offer packages starting at $0 plus state fees. But don't let that $0 fool you. There are often upsells and additional services that can increase the total costs. These services can range from $0 all the way up to $249, depending, of course, on what features you choose. Now, if you want the full VIP treatment, hiring a business attorney is an option. This is the most expensive route, with costs typically ranging anywhere from $1,500 to $2,000. It's a significant investment, but for complex business situations, it might be worth the peace of mind. So, which option is best for you? Well, as one expert put it, the state website is great when it comes to costs, but a lot of the state websites are hard to use. They don't provide you any additional services. This highlights the trade-off between cost and convenience. Online services like Northwest and Zen Business offer a middle ground. They're more user-friendly than state websites and provide additional support. But remember, they often have upsell opportunities that can increase your total cost over time. Let's talk about Northwest Registered Agent for a second. They offer an LLC formation that can start for $39 plus state fees. This includes a full year of registered agent service, free limited mail forwarding, an operating agreement, and a client account loaded with free forms and tools. Now, speaking of registered agents, this is an additional cost to consider. While you can be your own registered agent for free, many business owners find value in using a professional service. These typically cost around $100 to $300 per year. It's an expense, sure, but it can save you time and ensure you don't miss important legal documents. Remember, the cheapest option isn't always the best choice for your business. Consider the value of your time and the potential cost of mistakes. A service that helps you avoid errors or miss deadlines could end up saving you money in the long run. Also, keep in mind that there might be ongoing costs to maintain your LLC. Annual report filings, for example, are required in most states. Many online services offer this for around $99 to $149 per year. It's an additional expense, but it helps ensure your LLC stays in good standing. All right, let's wrap this up. We've covered everything from choosing your LLC name to maintaining it long term. Remember, starting an LLC isn't as daunting as it seems. With the right tools and support, you can make it happen. Online services like Northwest Registered Agents can simplify the process, handling paperwork and compliance for you. They offer affordable services that include state filing fees and even registered agent services. This expert support can save you time and potential headaches down the road. Now it's your turn to take action. Don't let the fear of paperwork hold you back from starting your business. The resources we've discussed are here to help you every step of the way. So, you ready to turn your business dream into reality? Check out the link in the description of this video to get started with Northwest Registered Agents. And also make sure to grab my checklist. It's completely free. The link is also in the description. It's the easiest way to form your LLC and set up your business for success. I hope you found this video helpful, and I'll see you in the next one.